How far's Nick's off now, is he?
Nick's doing well. He's trained this week with the lads. We've got a game against Chesterfield on Tuesday. Probably be here at the training ground. And yeah, we're very encouraged. He trained on Tuesday and he joined in the practice match that we had, and it was lovely to see his left foot, in full flight. And he's chomping at the bit. The lad, he's doing great, and it's nice to see him. The lad's he's a very likeable man in the dressing room, but he's also extremely likeable on the pitch when he's performing as well as we know he can.
Yeah, he's probably slightly ahead of your estimates.
Yeah, I think so, and that's testament to Kyle and to the physio and to the rehabilitation programme that we've put into him. He's had a couple of weeks down at Lilleshall as well, which has helped him, a bit of fresh air somewhere else, and he's come back ready and looking forward to it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Kyle. We've seen only glimpses of what he can do really, which has been a shame, but we're not moaning about that. But it's a case of getting back now and getting fit.
When do you think he might?
I think Saturday week. He's a naturally fit boy. The game at Forest Green, he may well take some part in. But it all depends, really. Again, what I say, it will depend on the other players as well. If they earn the shirt, then make it hard for Kyle. But Kyle will be certainly showing me what he's about, and we'll be asking questions. Now it's down to the players in midfield to step up and deliver.
You said you're obviously happy with your squad now in terms of you've got Luke in terms of players available. Will you have to let some players go because of that?
I've already stated that I let people go out on loan, and if I think the weather recently has affected a lot of players being attracted to other clubs. I've had some phone calls from managers about our players, some of our players, but some I'm not willing to let out, of course, because as we stated before, there's 7 games in February and we're going to need our squad. But if there's a couple of players there that I feel that need games, then I'll do what's right for the football club and make sure that we're not skinny. But they're all good lads as well. There's nobody here that I'm desperate to lose. But however, we must make sure that players are playing matches, and it's also right for their careers.
You feel obviously on Saturday, they made that Mansfield want to win, but do you feel an element, a tinge of sympathy for Chester's position?
I think anybody in football will certainly feel some type of sympathy. I mean, the people there now are paying for a legacy. Again, this is whenever you buy a football club, whether it be Chester or whoever it may be, is that you must cut your cloth accordingly. And I think that's, but again, sometimes people's personal situations change. You buy football clubs. We've seen it at the top levels, and there've been mistakes made in the Premier League, and let alone, and that's why I think that the governing bodies must make sure that when you have that transition, is that you've got the type of money that you can make sure that you can sustain the progress of any football club. It's built on money. The money makes the world go round in football. And it is a sad situation that they find themselves in.
Everyone else all right? Fitness right now?
No. John Shaw tweaked his hamstring on Tuesday. He's seeing the chiropractor today, and it's going to be touch and go whether he's going to be included on Saturday, because I'm not willing to risk it for one game when we've got other forwards that can come into the side. And certainly not risk it for them if there's not necessary. But it's a bit of a blow. He felt a bit of a twinge in training on Tuesday, and it's going to be touch and go. So
I suppose with all the games you mentioned coming up,
I won't risk anybody for one match. There's no point. There's no need, and it'd be a blow for John and a blow for our fans, because they'd like to have seen John's appearance. But if it has to be waited, then we'll wait for it. Still the case, yeah, of course. They've trained very well. They've both been very patient, and on Saturday there may be some freshening up of things. The good thing is that all the players have remained professional, and if there are changes that have been necessary or been made, then I've had no qualms about it, and the players have been professional. They've buckled down and got on with it. So again, you know, if you lose form or you perhaps have an off game, sometimes you can find yourself, you know, out of the equation for one match, but come back refreshed, and that's the case at any league, isn't it?
Rob, I wonder how frustrating it's been for you just of late, because obviously you had that brilliant start to the season, but you know, goal just slightly dried up now. But you know, you've been close, haven't you? That's the thing. It's not like you've not had any chances. Just, you know, I think of the one against Grays off the bar, and you know, little things like that don't seem to have gone your way recently.
No, but you know, it happens. Happens to a lot better players than me as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's a sort of spell that every forward goes through. You got to keep going, and sooner or later one will drop to you, and you lift the back of the net with it, and you're up and running again, so to speak.
Yeah. I suppose you've been there enough times before to know that this happens, and that you can come out the other side. Really, put it down to experience.
Yeah, of course. You know, like I said, everyone goes through a dry patch, and it can end as quickly as it started, and you normally find when you do come out of it, then you'll go on a streak and score quite a few goals then in the next few games after.
Yeah. I wonder if I'm not sure if you have or not. Have you played with Luke at Oxford before? I mean, is he someone you've seen? And
yeah, I've played with Fozzie probably 30-40 times maybe. So
yeah.
I know him quite well. He's got good legs. He's quick. He's a good defender, and he'll put his body on the line.
Yeah. I know the gaffer likes the idea of him in that he thinks he'll add a bit of steel. I mean, is that something you think he'll bring in, particularly because the conference is such a kind of tough physical league, really? Yeah,
definitely. It was important maybe to get a bit more experience in that department. You know, the two that have been regular this year have done excellent, but they both still very young. Duffy's come in now as well to add a bit more experience, and obviously Fozzie's probably played 120, 130 games maybe at this level, so he knows what this league's all about. He'll be familiar with the players he's coming up against, and he'll add a little bit more to, you know, already what we got.
Yeah. It must be great to see the club, you know, bringing in people like John Shaw and Fozzie at this point in the season to kind of, you know, give you that kick on maybe.
Yeah, definitely. It's always good to bring in a few faces in January. Like we said, coming up to the business end of the season, and we're going to need them extra bodies to really kick on and take us over the finishing line. Yeah,
I suppose especially when you look at, you know, we mentioned the games already, loads of games in Feb, and I think it's similar in March, and when those injuries take effect, that's when the squad comes into its own, isn't it?
Definitely. There's going to be injuries and suspensions, loss of form. So that, you know, there's going to be a lot of chopping and changing, I should imagine. And everyone's going to get a chance, I think.